Oh, wait. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're live. Something like that. Somebody say something, laugh or something, so I know I've got sound. There we go.
My
Screens.
Oh my goodness.
Well, usually you guys
I'm 2
are
episodes
rolling.
behind.
We were trying to be good for once, Curtis, and now you're bitching about it.
I know.
That's why I say we need to start doing bits again.
Well, that means we have to actually come up with bits.
Bring back bits.
Oh, man.
We could
That's
talk
awesome.
about how shitty my car is.
I was just surprised.
That's our
all.
bit. That's our bit for today.
Mostly because I haven't given you the chance to have bits lately. So the first time I've had you all on screen in a while coming in like this, and I thought for sure they're going to do something. And it was just complete silence. And I was like thinking something was wrong at first. With, tech. I'm always like freaked out about tech. So
Don't worry, if something's wrong, Tim will let us know.
Yes.
Tim always lets us know.
He will. Good, because I don't have my chat up. Welcome everybody to TTRP Theater. Here we are back with Heartland. There are only 4 more episodes of this Heartland trip left. It will return as I have no end planned for it, and Providence indeed has a life of its own, and much of that life is going to begin to show itself over these last few episodes. And tonight, we're going to see how each of these characters takes in a bit of this new knowledge about how bad it really is. And we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to have to get Roy caught up. We missed Roy last week. Elliot saw Roy last week when he received his radio call. And we're going to start there in some sense, Roy, that you get this radio call from the dispatcher who says there's a giant emergency. Oh, before I forget, for those of you who showed up this morning for Heartland Radio, I'm on some new medication, and unfortunately, my whole day kind of blasted right through, and I apologize for that. And I had a little heads up about this particular emergency that I was going to spill this morning, so I'll have to find a new way to break that open. But, Roy, you get this radio call from the dispatch, and she is like freaked out, like screaming freaked out, calling everybody. The first call is like a big open broadcast to everybody, and you grab your radio and you're listening, and then she's crying out. Huge, something's going on, something big. Some other deputy that is apparently not responding. The sheriff himself, Sheriff Woodhall, if I have that name correct, is en route, as well as the State Highway Patrol, all to the Highway 71 area as it enters Providence. That's the location that they're calling out. And then there is radio silence as if it's been cut off in the midst of all of the dispatches cries. So any response, you may respond on the radio, but you're not going to get any reply back, any copy, no will comply. And then I had you going, just dumping everybody without a word, running straight to your car and speeding off. Would you have done anything different?
Well, I'm not going to rewrite the narrative, Curtis.
Well, I know, but I can change. I can alter some things, right? I know how to play with this stuff. So I'm just saying, if you think that fits, but if there was some last point you wanted to make, I would, give you the opportunity to do that or take advantage of this moment.
No, I might have just said, to Daisy and Sabella and Elliot, I'll be back. We're not done with this. All right. I got to go find out what's going on, but I'll be back.
Yeah. See, that was more caring than I thought. I actually thought you would take advantage and do like some snarky one-liner or something as you took off.
But
really, it was all I was going for. But right on.
Told Daisy to eat shit before I walked off.
Yeah. Yeah. I just anticipate it. You jump in your car, you speed off. It is a situation that you have never run across in any emergency that you've responded to since you've been on the sheriff's department, has been of this nature, and you don't know what it's about. You can just tell from tones. You know what I mean? So you get about to the end of Daisy's Drive. If you have your map zoomed out, I was explaining to the others, you can set your mouse wheel, like I do in your settings in Roll20 to zoom. It's down there by that little pink box. And then if you go to your map, you can zoom in and out. Your right mouse button will grab and drag it around. If you're using a mouse, if you're on a laptop, I'm not exactly sure how that works out. If you're using like that little clicky thing, I hate those things. I can't use them. I don't. I have to use a travel mouse with a laptop. Just so you can get an idea of the map. The reason I point that out is because, and I put a whole bunch of trees and some black shit around Daisy's house. Up there in the far left side, Daisy lives at the end of that drive, and as you speed down that drive to get into town and through it all the way back to the highway, you get about to where her trees have circled around there on her long drive. And a person pops up in your back seat. Dragon's laughing at me. And it is not somebody that you've ever seen before. He's a man, probably in his late 30s, 40s perhaps, dark hair, unshaved but not bearded. It's just, got that 5-6 day shadow. He looks a little dirty, or perhaps he's been out in the sun or on the road, maybe walking. He doesn't look like he's unbathed. He just looks like he's been outside in the elements all day. And he looks at you as if he knows you and has a big smile and says, "It's not going to be there when you get there."
Holy shit, what the fuck?
Just keep your eyes on the road. That's what that mirror's for.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I'm a representative of the local area.
And how in the actual fuck did you get in my goddamn car?
Why does that matter? Is that what you're worried about? How I got in?
Well, it was fucking locked.
The locks can be passed.
Listen, you better start giving me some answers. I'm gonna put you in cuffs.
Where are you going?
Well, some shit's going down at the... Why the fuck? I don't need to answer your goddamn questions. You are a stranger in my fucking car. I am the goddamn law.
All right, Roy. So, did you meet with somebody recently?
What the... I meet with a lot of people all the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about a deal you might have made with some fat son of a bitch. Or maybe you made it with a skinny son of a bitch. I don't know. He changes up from time to time.
The fucking weirdo with the cats?
Did he eat one in front of you?
God, no, I would have shot him in his fucking face. I can't deal with that kind of shit right now.
I don't know exactly what the deal was that you made with him, but I'm going to tell you something. There's some things that are starting to happen now because something is amiss. It's much bigger than, well, you, for sure. But it does have a lot to do with that target of yours. Do you know what I'm talking about? Keep your eye on the road, for God's sakes. You're going to make your turn up here.
Some about Daisy's heart.
Heart. So, what have you got to lose if you don't do this deal? Do you know?
You know, I don't believe that was ever mentioned. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's interesting. If he was vague about it, certainly not something I would like. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Roy. Shit's going down, and I got a sense about you that you ain't quite on the up and up, as it were. So I'm going to need you to do the opposite. Make a counter deal, if you will, with me. In order to, save your own neck. Let's say it like this. You keep Daisy alive over the next, 48 hours. And I'll keep you alive for the next 48 years.
That all?
Well, a vague deal that you've already made, it's the opposite risk, really. That's the risk that you take. I know that what I offer is pretty simple.
Listen, I already had no intention of hurting Daisy in any way other than, I don't know, maybe I'd put her in jail or something.
You had no intention when you made that deal?
What fucking deal are you even talking? You're acting like this is some kind of fucking shadowy cabal shit or something. It's just some creepy old bastard.
That'll all make sense soon enough. Yeah, it was real. And if that was in your heart, then, well, he already knows. That's
Listen,
good. Here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to spin around and head back to Daisy's.
Listen. There are more ways to keep that deal than fucking killing that creepy old bitch.
Yeah. Well, how you
I don't
handle...
need to kill her to take her heart or give her heart away. All I need to do is find something she cares about. Turn that over.
Yeah. Poetic. That works for me. If it works for you, it's not important. The important part to me is that you keep her alive, and it's going to be challenging, Roy. You might even want to kill her.
I mean, she's a fucking ratty old bat. I know that.
Yeah, and time is a little bit twisty, and they've just lived a day back there in this little short drive that we've been on. And I got to make sure that the rest of this area doesn't burn down around us over the next couple of days. So,
wait, what? We've been driving for like 10 minutes.
Up ahead, you're on the straightaway. You're about half a mile from where the kind of goes up this little bit of a hill up to where the highway is. And then across the highway is where you would turn right on the highway, really, and that's where the Quickie Mart and stuff is. And right about where the Quickie Mart would be, so it's just off kind of around some trees up there. You'd be on Main Street if you're actually looking at the map, heading that way. And right where the Quickie Mart would be is just this big, massive explosion goes off, as if every one of their fuel tanks just popped. And they have like a little drive area. They have truckers that stop. You know, they've got 4 or 5 great big huge diesel tanks. They've got big tanks because they're on a highway and they're halfway between 2 major destinations. So it just blows up. You can feel it in your car. Oh, see,
What the fucking shit?
It's already started, and you can't do anything up there. So what you need to do is get back to Daisy if it's not too late.
What the fuck do you mean? This is my goddamn job. I have to go there.
Roy, some strange man just appeared in your back seat disregarding your locks. Just told you 3 seconds before that was about to burst that it was going to burst. And I'm telling you, go back to Daisy because your job is not what you think it is. If you want to go up there and battle a great big huge fire all by yourself, I don't see what good you would do. Whereas this deal for 48 years is at the other end of town. Back the way you came.
How's it gonna look? Fucking sheriff's deputy turns tail and runs away from a goddamn explosion.
You won't care. You'll be dead.
Fuck's that supposed to mean?
You will be dead, deceased, starting over in a place you don't want to start over. Are you ready for heaven? I'll keep it simple. You're dead. Heaven, hell? Which do you think you're going to go to if you were to go right now?
I shake my head and I just start muttering under my breath. I don't know why I'm fucking doing this. And why am I fucking listening to this son of a bitch? What the fuck is going on right now? And he fucking pull a U-turn in the middle of the highway and start going back towards Daisy's house.
You look into the rearview mirror to say something, or before you make your turn, perhaps. He's not there.
Jesus fucking Christ. What the goddamn shit?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, who had everybody was I didn't, because of my late start today, I didn't get to watch the end. I had started to make the beginning of a recap reel, but you know, thus is healthcare in the modern century. Who had the weirdest situation going on? There was somebody tell me something.
So Sabella and
I just watched it today. So
Yeah,
Brian and Eleanor walked up to Daisy's house. They were both naked. They'd just escaped that
Right.
ritual.
Yeah.
Daisy
that.
had caught Elliot and Sabella making out on her couch.
Right.
Which was fucking adorable, by
But
the
nobody
way.
was
know
in
if it was
any
making
dire
out.
situation at the
No.
very end, right? Who had the
they
cliffhanger?
were.
I
There were
always leave a
two
cliffhanger.
people seizing.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
right.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I remember this now. I was watching like Out of Body Experience,
I
and
remember.
Sabella and Eleanor are like spazzing out on the ground.
Actually,
Me?
Yeah, because
And me
Daisy
too.
had pulled out
Yes.
her dog tags.
Yeah, I was about
Who's
to lay
telling
down
us?
some truth on y'all.
Yeah,
You're
that-
interrupted.
Interrupted.
So rudely.
And
Wow,
was
I don't
just,
remember seizing.
Yeah, you're seizing,
Yeah.
and I remember running over to you.
okay.
Yeah, and I
So
ran over
Daisy,
to Eleanor
do you know
and,
what
like,
you know
was
where
holding
you're
her
at
head.
though, Daisy? Right? What was that, Austin or Brian?
I ran over to Eleanor and was like, put a pillow under her head and was like stabilizing her while she seized,
Gotcha.
and just like looked over at Daisy like, what the fuck?
Okay. Right. That's kind of the moment that I was looking for. So then that's the moment we just go right back to. And it's Daisy and Brian. So, yeah, we'll just start with that then. Brian looks over to Daisy, and Daisy, what do you do? Because I mean, I already gave you the hint about the sensation that you were having, right? Regarding the thing. I think I called it the blacklist.
I had hurried over to the couch to help Sabella as soon as I saw Sabella start just like seizing and shaking and trembling, and I kind of sat and have her head on my shoulder and my arms around her, and I look right over to Brian with as much confusion as he has.
We all drank the whiskey. It wasn't the whiskey.
No, it wasn't the fucking whiskey.
What happened? Like what caused the seizing then?
Could have been it could have been a number of things that I can't exactly explain. I know that's vague. They probably don't want people finding out. I don't know. They probably want to keep it secret. They're probably watching us right now outside these windows. They probably
Daisy, focus. This isn't random. Two people seizing at the exact same time isn't random. It's not some conspiracy. Have you known Sabella to have seizures at all? I've never heard anything about Eleanor.
No.
Well, they both started seizing at the exact same time, so there had to have been a cause for this effect, right?
I ain't the one with a PhD.
I'm trying to work through it. I didn't get a PhD in health.
Well, neither did I. I don't know. I don't know why you're looking at me for answers. It's
because you're the only other person that can do anything with me.
It's off.
Is that a storm starting? What the hell is going on? This is crazy.
That's all right. I got a storm shelter if it gets bad.
Okay.
I suppose we just let them ride it through. They're probably having some sort of. Anytime I try to explain something like this, people think I'm crazy, Brian.
Daisy, I don't think you're crazy, but I don't know if talking about conspiracy theories, which may or may not be true, which may or may not be true. I believe 9/11 was an inside job, but that doesn't matter right now because we have two people seizing.
What were you doing?
It looks like Elliot is just frozen.
Okay, let's backtrack a little bit, and I kind of rearrange Sabella. I make sure if she's got anything like foaming out of her mouth, I like reach out and clean it off. Like I'm stressed, but holding myself together. Okay, so what were you doing in the woods with the rancher's daughter that you came out naked?
Honestly, I woke up in a cave. I have no idea what was going on. I woke up in a cave
no explanation.
naked.
Okay. That's the same kind of situation here. There's no explanation for it. It just...
Honestly, the last thing I remember before waking up in that cave was being in your house. I got knocked out.
Not bad.
That was you? Damn it, Daisy. Regardless. That was the last thing I remembered before waking up in the cave. So I don't know what the hell is going on here. If you have some insight, please let me know.
Daisy, I need you to give me a roll +0. I need to look this one up real quick. You have a disadvantage regarding that thunder. And
I do.
Which seizing character were you assisting?
Sabella. Whoa, okay. The character sheet changed. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. They updated them.
Okay. There we go. I think that'll work.
I'm gonna start yelling at Elliot just to try to like snap her out of whatever kind of stupor she's in because we need help. Like we're trying to stabilize them. We need her to get ice to go get something.
I got an 8.
An 8.
Oh boy.
Brian, I want you to make me a roll +0 too.
Okay.
Daisy, give me a keep it together.
All 3 of the last rolls have been 8. And I just rolled an 8.
You just rolled an 8 too?
Yeah, and they've all been 8s with failures.
Well, I just rolled a 16, so maybe you gotta check your luck a little
That's
bit.
weird.
Nice. All right, Daisy.
That is weird, though.
The thunder definitely frightens you in the sense that it startled you into needing to make a keep it together roll. And Brian, you have a depression problem. Is that correct? Or did
Yes.
you know? Okay. I did some of these things I know Duke had kept secret from you, and I have them. I don't have them marked well. I'll admit I messed something up, and I just wanted to make sure if that was one, because if not, bammo, you have a depression, and it is really starting to sink in at this point. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
While I look this up. Sabella. And Brian, reduce your stability
Okay.
by, I'm just going to do it by 1 this time, since that's kind of like your first get up on that. And the point is, I'm kind of building this into the narrative that as these things happen during this particular session, these disadvantages that we start exposing technically out in the open, which we hadn't really been doing to this previous part, is to emphasize them and to show them how they really start affecting you, as in like that's going to become a problem for you from this point on, in a sense, Dr. Brian Brown, this depression thing, as the stakes of the game get higher. And the stakes really start with Sabella, who is the first season character that we're going to go to, as Daisy and Brian are having their discussion, trying to figure out this thing, and it gets darker and darker outside quickly. They haven't noticed that yet, but Roy notices, and his cat notices, as they are driving back to Daisy's house. Sabella, when you go out and begin to seize, you find yourself back in a house you're familiar with, your grandmother's house. How old were you the last time you were there?
Oh, man. I was young, real young, like 3 or 4.
And did she, how old were you when she died?
Right around that age. I don't remember much about her.
You're in her kitchen. She is cooking something. What did you like that your grandmother made back then, besides candy at 4? Was there something that she made that you were just tickled pink about, that she would make for you?
I was the kid that liked meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love meatloaf.
real comfort food in that, I'm playing outside all day, cold fall, wind, come in, and it's meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Damn.
That is what she's cooking. It gives you some comfort here with Grandma Lucy. You hear some thunder outside in the distance. What did your grandmother call you? Did she call you by your name formal, or did she have a nickname for you, or is she?
I mean, sometimes she called me Bella, like Daisy does. But that's about it.
When you come to, basically, and recognize all of this as for what it is, and the smells hit you, and you just have that list start going through your head, only you were handling it from your mature point of view. You know what I mean? You're as excited as you were when you got to go see her at 4, but you are cognizant of this stuff that you're smelling. Oh, it's the meatloaf. And, you know, yeah, at 4, you're just like, oh, it's the good shit. And she kind of just over her shoulder, she's kind of quarter turned to you and cooking at the stove, working on stuff. And she turns and she's got that big wooden spoon in her hand, and she kind of just waves it in the air as she points to you and says, oh, good, Subby, or Bella, I'm glad you're here. So I had some other short name already in my head. You're glad you're here. Here, come here, help me with these potatoes. What do you do?
She'll just look at her for a second, but then walk over and take a potato and start peeling it, but she just won't. She'll keep eyeing her, you know, just really taking a good look.
Bella. She doesn't look up. She just continues to cook. It's going to get really crazy around here. You know that, right? I mean, you've kind of felt it lately. Things been weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What's gonna happen?
Oh, I have no idea. But it's not going to be good.
What am I supposed to do?
I wish I knew that too. I feel real bad that I don't get to spend a whole lot of time with you. I am here. It's a strange illusion we live in. I've been able to get something to your house. You may have already even know it's there, but it's really there now. My recipe box. And she points over on the counter where she would have kept the recipe box that got passed, I believe, to your mother and then to you, or that you got at some point after the. And the recipe box sits there, and it is, looks like it has been burnished with some fire, right? It's kind of burnt around the edges and such. It looks like it does now.
Yeah.
And she says, there's stuff in there. You just have to look at those recipes closely. That will have what you need. Do you understand me?
So, if someone's going to get hurt, I don't know if...
Oh, it's going to get worse than hurt. There's going to be death. It's only the beginning, so don't worry about that. Just do what you got to do to just... You need to find out everything about what happened.
Okay.
It's not what you think. And those people that are around you, they know stuff, and maybe they don't know stuff. I don't know. I'm running out of time. I can feel it coming. There's a darkness in Providence right now. And you may be the only thing. I don't know what all is here because they don't let us.
I'll take care of it. I'll do whatever I can. I promise.
When you say that, you feel a cold, sharp pain in your back. And you see this vision of your grandmother's kitchen sort of just zooms and swirl away from you as blackness comes back to you. You can feel the physical effects of your body seizing, the pain and the lack of control. It feels kind of like you are choking a bit, that you can't breathe very well, spit and stuff. You can feel it on your face, but you're not there. And then you hear a very cold voice, but for some reason it sounds very familiar, of another old woman that you recently had an encounter with. I suppose she's already told you a little bit of something, didn't she? You hear my dogs?
Who are you?
I am your nightmare, child. Let me show you something. You are outside your childhood home. It's nighttime. The lights in the house are at their overnight level. Whatever nights, if they kept lights on at night, those are on. Whatever nights lights are off, are off. Elliot's car is parked in front of the house. Her old car. What do you do?
Oh, I walk up to Elliot's old car and look inside.
Observe a situation.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Do you just click on it? Oh, yeah.
I believe so. I haven't actually played with the new character sheets. I just noticed that they had changed.
They have changed and they're kind of cool. A 9.
A 9 on observe a situation. You get to ask a question anyway. If you pull up your little observe a situation handout in the moves thing there on the right hand side, it will list those there in that.
Okay.
Those are just examples, but you still get to ask one. However, it does give me a move.
What seems strange about this?
Well, the first thing, if you hadn't already figured it out, and this will be bonus, and I'll tell you something else, is that one, Elliot's car is there on that particular night, because you now know what night this is. You have put it in conjunction with the night that you both appeared here when you were with Elliot and you saw it and the fire was going and she was rushing you out of the house. And so that becomes clear to you. The strange thing that appears in your mind, Sabella, is the first instance of why did Elliot rush us out of the house on that fire, during the fire, that night that you both came back, when you had a chance. It would have taken, 30 seconds to run down there and peek in the door and get a glimpse of your parents and run out of the house. It was getting smoky, but you know your house. You know how to get out of it. You could probably get out of it if it was 25% engulfed in flame, I would imagine. I mean, that's just my opinion. But that's the strange feeling you get. And a bit of my move, too. So suspicion is what you feel. Perhaps, maybe anxiety. I'm not really sure exactly your relationship now with Elliot because it has recently evolved. So confusion, perhaps. I'll let you decide. However, you just need to tell me what you're going to do if you're going to do anything.
So there's nothing in the car?
Oh, what were you looking for?
Her?
No, she's not there.
Well, then that's weird. That's weird.
I know. And when you look up at the house, you can see that the front door is slightly ajar.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Can I do more?
Yeah, you can do any move you want, anytime you want. You just got to tell me. What do you want
All
to do
right,
now?
let's go in the house. Let's go again.
Yeah. Where do you go first? You go in, the door's open, it's dark. What do you do?
Straight back into the house, into her parents' room. That would be me going into the hallway, past the kitchen, the living room, all the way back.
Okay. You're going past. Make me, let's go ahead and roll for, I closed my moves thing here. The other one, not observe, but investigate. I know you're not doing a real investigate, but that's like a perception sort of thing. Oh no, that's a reason. I don't know. I'm assuming you're looking around as you're making these.
Yes. Yeah. I'm looking around. I'm looking, 1, for L, and 2, for anything that could have been out of the ordinary.
Right.
Finding the clues, figuring out everything that happened this night.
Then don't roll that. Instead, make me a see through the illusion roll. And if you already rolled the dice, then just adjust.
I did, but I'm just gonna roll again.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I'd roll again too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good.
My soul is so much higher than my investigate.
Okay. Everything seems normal as you move your way through the house. You don't really hear anything. You kind of occasionally hear like something like you might have heard maybe a movement. But when you stop to listen, you don't know, and you're anxious to get up to your parents' room. So you're not going to see anything at this particular point in time. When you get up to your parents' room and you open the door is when you smell the first little hint of smoke, and you swing the door open and you see both of your parents in bed. However, they are on their backs, lying face up with the expression of terror on their faces. And they are frozen stiff, pale. Not literally frozen, but they are, stiff. They're not breathing. I would say they look dead. But they have just this, they look like, the expression is, it almost makes you think that they can't possibly be dead because they look like they're screaming for their lives right now.
Is there any blood?
No. Then you hear a crash, a chair knock over or something downstairs.
Yeah, she'll give one last look just 1 second look at her parents and then just charge towards the sound. Full sprint.
One of the kitchen chairs had gotten knocked over, and as you run down, you can see what looks to be a person, probably with a hoodie or something. You can just not a complete silhouette of somebody. It looks like Elle, as she's about to make her way out the front door to her car. What do you do?
The call after, hey! Still running. Stop! What are you doing?
It stops.
I tackle it.
You don't get that far.
Well, damn it.
As you start to make your move, you can like take off after it, like hustle. Okay.
Yeah.
when you start to run, it turns, and as you're coming up on it fast, it looks almost as if it starts to turn in slow motion, and you can see Elliot's face start to come into view. And just as you see Elliot's eyes, you wake up in Daisy's arms. Convulsing has stopped. However, you feel it still. The physical part is still there. And who was my other convulsing person? That was Eleanor?
Sure was. Sure is.
All right, Eleanor. When you go into convulsions, you end up back at the cave. It's a different chamber. It is well lit and actually adorned with some decorative and household type items. There's shelves and some elaborate candlesticks and some old looking cushioned chairs. There's even a little bed over on one side. There's some rugs that are thrown on the floor that look antique but nice. Actually, everything looks gaudy in here compared to what your family usually does. Kind of the difference between what you might see at, I don't know, for a modern reference, if you went to Bill Gates' house compared to Donald Trump's house, his real house, Trump Tower house, with all of its, bullshit adornment, this over the top kind of stuff. That's how you feel, right? It's not quite that extreme, but like the candle holders are gold, right? And you can tell that they're gold and they're shaped and fancy. They're not just simple shapes and items. The rugs they look expensive, although antique. And I'm getting dry lips. We'll go to break right after your thing here. Your grandmother, Ruth, Granny, is sitting in a chair at like this, looks like an antique sort of a roll top desk looking thing. And she is actually writing on a piece of paper with a quill pen. And she's having typically, she's kind of have one of those people who never really says anything when a person enters the room. You know what I mean? She's always been kind of, I don't know, aloof. Is that the right word? Not to a fault, but just kind of, she's always had this air of regalness to her. You know what I mean? She's always waits for somebody to start something before she gets involved, that sort of thing. So she doesn't say anything. She continues to write, even though that you're there, and you can sense that she knows that you're there.
What are you writing?
A message to someone. Has it already started?
I think so. And what do you mean?
I don't really know. Things have not gone exactly as I had planned, my dear, but I am well on it while I remain here. And I won't remain here for very much longer. You are going to be the new matron. I'm assuming you've probably figured that out by now, and you're very different than what we expected. You
What does that
certainly
mean? The new matron. What is that? What am I supposed to do?
You must keep the line running, keep the machine alive, as it were. Our family goes back a long ways, dear, and I don't have the time, and you haven't been so open to these things throughout the years. I had hoped for more of I don't know, a mentorship. But forcing you through those early years is against traditions. But now I must press. In order to be the matron, you must first be a mother. That process has already been taken care of. So expect it. And then you need to learn some more things. And there are going to be some things that start happening now because of the situation you're in at this very moment where you are. And that is what this message is for. Hopefully I can get it to the right people in the right amount of time. All of it being very fluid, you see. But I don't know why you ended up there, but you're there. And there's bad things there. So I had to warn you, as all of us mothers had to warn those that needed to be warned. Just pay attention, be strong, and think about it all. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, there's somebody else that needs to see you. And when she says that, you feel this cold, sharp sensation of pain in your back, as if some claw has grabbed you from your vision and yoinked you into the darkness backwards, kind of like Sabella had happened. And you don't see anything but black, and you hear another old woman's voice in your head, and it sounds familiar, but you can't place it. Another one. So you and I have to battle too, I see. Those fools should have trained the both of you so long ago. I am very optimistic.
Who are you? What do you want from me?
Oh, I'm nobody to you now. There's nothing I can do to you as the pain you feel in your back is the worst I can make it at this moment. But you're about to wake up in hell, dear Eleanor, and I don't see an end to it anytime soon. I didn't even bring this one. So, I'll see you later. And you wake up in the arms of Dr. Brian Brown, who has his head turned and is yelling something at Daisy. And we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to put you all in it and see what you do. So we will be, what time is it? Yeah, 8:11. Yeah, we'll be right back. And we'll probably have a long second half if that's all right with everybody. Let's see. I think I had a little bumper thing I'm going to do. So
we could talk.
There's a bit.
There
Is there
we
a
go.
Bring back bits.
Do we have a bit? Are we
I was-
Hashtag
petitioning?
bring
Is
back
that the
bits.
bit we're petitioning
Hashtag
to bring back bits?
I was doing the bit that time.
That was a
Rude.
good bit.
We were petitioning to bring back the bit.
Bring
Right.
back the bit.
And also,
right.
it'd be great if we got bits. Like Chaotic
There
Story
is
just
some,
donated
yeah.
some bits earlier.
nice.
That's fantastic.
Beautiful.
Thanks for
Yeah.
calling
Oh,
that out. I
yeah.
appreciate it. I'm
The
not
bits is
good
the
at
bit.
that.
Every time you donate bits, we bit. We have a bit.
Yeah.
I have noticed some of the
Benny and the bits.
emojis
Benny.
that show up. Have you guys seen the emojis that pop up on the screen?
I
now?
love
Yes,
them.
we've been trolling you with them
Yes.
every now and again.
Did
I
you
will
know?
always use
That's good.
cheese.
Did you know that we had? There, you saw this one, right?
Wait, I can't.
Yeah, you got
Okay.
to unlock it.
Oh no, that's I only
See,
make people who pay who get that one.
What a
That's a great
primo
one. Oh my god.
I have
Look
to put
at
that
him.
one behind a
Crazy.
paywall.
Look at him go.
Yeah, and I can't do it.
Real awesome. Yep,
Gotta-
we're back.
Actually, I was about to say, I gotta check and see if I got that one.
I know that looks like an important one to have.
I think I put it up a tier on the Twitch subs, so it would be a little harder to get. I think Chaotic
Dang.
Story has one.
Rude.
He throws it at me all the time. That's okay. I love it. I didn't want everybody to have it. I contemplated not even putting it up, but I thought they will enjoy it.
No, if you
I
put Izzy
won't.
behind a paywall, we're not friends anymore.
In my hair, it's time for a haircut, isn't it? So let's get Roy in with the group, which is pretty easy. Roy, there's a huge storm. Not only is the explosion, but when you flip your bitch and head back towards Daisy's house, it looks like a thunderstorm is like just there suddenly. You hadn't been cognizant of it before, but now it's like, man, it's getting dark out. A little bit of lightning, no rain. The wind is picking up. Get to Daisy's house. Anything you want to do besides run inside?
No, man, it's about to storm out here.
Yep. So yeah, that's it. You get to run in. What do you run in the front door?
Yep.
He's going to burst in the front door of Daisy's house, unless Daisy had it. Daisy, did you have it locked up? With all of this excitement, did anybody leave the door open? I know as default.
I want to say it's usually locked, but
Right.
in the chaos, we could say it's unlocked.
I'll
let him have this one.
I can let him run into it and bang on it.
In this tense moment.
Either is good for me.
Okay, well, they might not have all been locked, but I want to say I would probably find a moment to just like one of the bolts. With how paranoid I am.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense.
That's why I wanted to. Yeah. It occurred to me too. All right, Roy. So you are thinking you're going to bust in because you're Roy Applebaum, and bam, you slam into the door, and it looks sturdier than it is.
Very nonchalantly, like, brush my hair back and then just start beating on the door.
Why?
I totally
It's
didn't
not
do that.
prime
No.
situation to do that. Yeah, I don't like that. Sabella, has she stopped seizing at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she comes to in your arms. Or whatever you were. And yeah, that all happened at the same moment. So Sabella comes to, Eleanor comes to, and Roy starts pounding on the door. That all happens like simultaneously, right in the middle of you and Brian's conversation. What were you doing, Elliot? Where were you?
Oh, I'm like having an out of body experience. I'm watching everything happen, but I can't do anything. That was what you left me at.
Beautiful. You're still doing that.
Great.
Yeah, I was yelling at her.
Okay. So yeah, it's back to you, Daisy.
I'll shoot a look over at Elliot for a moment as if to tell her to check the door, but she's checked out. And now that Sabella is kind of, doing better considering she's not seizing anymore, I'll scooch out from under her, lay her back on the couch, give her a pat on the shoulder, and I'm gonna pull out my pistol because times are very tense, and just kind of survey the room. Just shh, everybody, be quiet. And if they obey me, I'll turn back to the door. I don't imagine I'm the type of person to have a peephole, unfortunately. But I'll stop by the window that's close to the door and lift the curtain and peer through some of the bars.
Why did you do that?
Not a peephole person.
Stop it. Stop this right now. I did include the peephole in a look back.
Good. It's a good moment.
See, now I even said it this episode. God damn it.
I was helping you. I don't
I
have a
know.
peephole, but I have a window.
I said it again. Daisy, make me another roll plus 0 for me, would you please?
Mm-hmm. How bad will it be? Da-na-na-na-na-na. Nah, nope. 12. 12. Not a 9.
Thank you. Did you say you went to the door?
I stopped right before I got to the door and lifted the curtain of the window that's close to the door to look outside.
When you do that, you feel a very strong sense of being observed as well as observing. Roy, if you can see where Roy would be at the front door from that vantage point, then that's what you see, and a very dark, windy sky.
Shit. It's the deputy, Roy. He came back. And I drop the window curtain.
Oh, thank God. Thought it was the lady who fingered me earlier.
We'll address that later, but I don't think I'm gonna let him in.
I pour a very healthy glass of whiskey.
And I step away from the door to the sound of the pounding on it. All right,
You gonna let me in?
all right. Oh, we just gotta be quiet.
Daisy, I know you're here.
There's a
It's
storm
about to
out.
start fucking storming out here. Let
There's
me
a storm
in.
outside, and if they're seasoned, and I just don't know if he's real.
I don't want to have to kick the fucking door down, but I will if I have to.
I look down at my pistol and check it for bullets.
Sounds pretty serious, Daisy. Maybe we should just let him in.
Oh, no. No, I've been here before. Where they look like something you recognize. They look like something you know when they're not. There's a storm
Got to the
outside.
count of 3.
Well, let's be reasonable. Ask him a question that only he knows.
1,
Well, you think he and I are close,
2.
Roy?
Daisy, goddamn it!
Roy, what was in the back of my truck? And I step closer to the wall and talk a little louder.
What, you talk about those weird pig face fuckers?
Yep, that's him.
And what did you ask me right before you left today?
Legitimately, I don't fucking know. God damn it. It's been a weird last 5 minutes. Also, wait a minute. Oh shit, he did say it had been like a whole day. Listen, I just had a really weird fucking conversation. Let me in.
I think I need to roll something for this because it's hard to play this character sometimes because of the player in me is like, of course, let him in, but then Daisy's like, I don't know if that's a real person.
No, you're role playing, so play the role.
Reason? Intuition, maybe?
Well, what are you wanting to do? Because
Just like,
you
do
don't need
I-
to roll. If Daisy wouldn't let him in or would challenge him somehow, like in the military, you'd be smart enough to, what could I tell Roy? You know, how would I be able to find out if it was really him? Is what I think a Daisy would do. But unless you actually have a move that you want to make that falls into that thing, then just
Okay.
be Daisy. I know that you want to let him in, that Jaylee wants to let him in, but you're not Jaylee now.
No. I feel like I'm gonna make this more complicated for myself and read a person. I rolled a 13.
Gets you
One
a question.
Is he lying?
No.
Okay.
He seems honest.
I think for a moment, but of course he wouldn't remember what the fuck he said to me. He's a dumbass.
This is like, I would describe it as, this is the one moment that when he says what he says because of your role and the question and the answer you get, this is like the one time it rings true because that is what's odd to you, is like these particular words, you kind of believe him and you don't believe a fucking word that comes out of this guy's mouth.
Okay. It'll take a little moment longer, like a minute almost, as she deliberates in her head, and then right as you might be about to knock the door down, I'll come over and unlatch the couple of bolts and fling the door open and just like get in.
Daisy, roll plus soul.
I lost everything. Where am I?
11.
Ooh, 11. Yep.
You see somebody standing on your porch behind Roy as he comes in and you make that last look or whatever. You know, maybe you didn't notice him right at that moment when Roy was standing there. But when you take that last glance as you're about to secure your abode, Private Langley is standing on your front porch. You remember Private Langley, right? Who was he for the audience?
Langley. I actually can't remember.
He was
Private
the
Langley.
first one in the Lost to the Sands. According to your diary. Or your journal, I should say.
I shut the door quickly and I lock every single one of those bolts. And when I'm done, I just press my forehead to the door and close my eyes.
As you do this, you can hear him outside calling your name. Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton.
I'm going to roll a keep it together.
Good call. I was just about to say it, but I was clicking first.
Is she the only one that hears us?
You can hear something if you were paying attention. You don't know exactly what it was, but it was maybe voices.
I got a 16. So I'm just going to stay there and
Right. So you might have heard something. You can't really make it out. Roy, you've just come in. Sabella, you're awake now. However, I would say that your first instinct would probably be to glance around to see where Elliot might be, because you know Elliot is here. Given this emotional situation, you're going to be the first one that notices Elliot is not moving, because apparently nobody else has noticed that yet. And now the floor is open, as everybody sort of all is now together and aware.
So as soon as Roy walked in that door, he's like, "God damn it, Daisy! I don't have fucking time for this. I just had," and he's just like motor mouth talking about the weird, creepy guy that appeared in his back seat, and he's just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Some guy just appeared in my goddamn backseat, and he's talking about coming back here instead of going out, and then the fucking Quick Mart exploded, and goddamn fires all over town. I don't know what the fuck's going on at the precinct. What the fuck is going on here?
Shut your
Suddenly
fucking
it's
trap?
fucking dark and goddamn storming over here.
Oh my fucking god. For some reason, I had shut the door, I bolted everything, I put my forehead to the door and just kind of turned off. But then all of this somehow brings me back a little bit. And I look over at him. What the fuck are you doing here? Why are you coming back?
Okay. So like I was just saying, some fucking guy just appeared in the goddamn backseat of my car as I was heading back into town. No, I didn't catch his fucking name. Some motherfucker just appears in the goddamn backseat of your car and says, "Hey, you need to go back to Daisy's house because the Quick Mart's about to explode," and then the fucking Quick Mart explodes.
Was he army type?
I don't fucking know. He looked a little greasy.
Whoa, wait. The Quick Mart exploded?
Yeah.
I feel like you're burying the lead here.
Elliot. And Sabella sputters awake. She gets up on her, sits up. Elliot, where is she?
What the fuck's going on over there?
She's right over there, Sabella.
And she'll crawl over to her.
She's not moving. Could you do something about that?
What? And she just fucking shakes her. Elliot,
when what you see at this point, as you are visually aware of everything, actually make me a roll plus soul, and let's measure your see through the illusion. You are going to see something.
Oh, so I get.
It may give you more.
Okay, I get a +1. I do 14.
As Sabella is coming to you, you can start to feel the weight of the hold on you begin to ease up. And you also see some semblance of that woman, the matron that you fought, or actually that Sabella fought, as I gesture over here to my screen that nobody can see. And it's sort of like this wispy aspiration moving. You can just sort of see the face, but it sort of flashes in and out between what would be like a living face and like a skeletal appearance. It doesn't stay in complete form. And it's kind of like this grayish, brownish, smoky aura, for a lack of a better word. And it's like long, clawy hands, and it's kind of like on Sabella's back. You know what I mean? Like you would describe, it's got a monkey on her back, right? Except it's this matron thing, and it's all swirling and smoky all around her, and just kind of like looking and hovering. And then when she gets your attention, you can move, and you don't see that image anymore. When you focus on Sabella, excuse me.
So I just like start blinking and like looking around, and my eyes are not landing on Sabella's face. I'm looking like behind her, still trying to see if I can see this smoky demon skeletal thing.
So you're ignoring Sabella and looking for the thing? Then make me another roll.
For what?
I don't know. Let's see.
Just fuck you, Eric. I'll make something happen.
Well, I would say it would be observing the situation rather than investigate. I already made you roll soul, so
Okay.
This is for extra. Because when you concentrate, since you rolled the roll, I'm going to let you have that roll again rather than make you re-roll again. Okay. The idea being is that you've concentrated now and you feel this sense of control over that ability. And when doing that, then yeah, you can see it still there, not as strongly as you did the first time. But if you have a question, what'd you roll? Or did you roll?
Oh, no, sorry.
That's fine. So the questions come like bonus. That's all right. You still get a question if you want to know any more. And I get a move. So thanks.
Fuck. Okay. Wow. What is being hidden from me?
That's a good question. Now, just for clarification, the last episode, I believe, there was this spiritual weight that I kept tossing back and forth between the two of you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly how I described it. Who ended up with the hot potato last?
Oh shit!
Do you remember?
I think it was Erica.
Yeah, I think it was me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just wanted to make sure before I went any further.
Okay.
I didn't know if this would actually come up or not. So, make me a roll plus 0.
Oh, okay. It was okay. It was a 14.
You hear... Okay, now your question was what's being hidden from you, right? That was the question. That would be the literal question. Elliot's question is more what the fuck's going on, probably.
Yeah.
And you suddenly feel that bit of weight again, and it's almost as if you feel that very same sort of skeletal form climbing on your back. You can almost feel it at this moment, this sense of somebody with you, protecting you, there. You don't really know what to sense it, but you can feel it there, and it leans and whispers in your ear. Oh, you see everything now, don't you?
What?
The reality of your world is what is being hidden from you, Elliot. None of this is real.
Like none of it?
Sabella, what are you doing? You're rushing over to Elliot, right? Was that... You were in motion that way? Or you had just asked her something? You're muted.
Intensely shaking.
I love the...
Damn it.
Yeah, that was intense.
Hold me, baby.
No, I'm shaking the shit out of you.
Oh, shit.
As soon as I get over there, like, I see that she's not really looking at me, so I assume she's still out of it. So I'm just like, Elliot, where were you the night my parents died?
I'm just like blinking and like trying to focus back on your face. What?
Where were you? Where were you? Tell me right fucking now.
What do you mean? What? The night your parents died, I was at.
They fucking died in a fire, L, and your car was out front. Where were you?
Dude, I was at home. Remember, I had just had a baby? Fuck. What? What is going on?
Like, shove pushes her.
Sibs, what the fuck? What?
She doesn't talk. She just kind of curls in because they're still on the floor. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm imagining.
Okay. All right.
And she just kind of curls up in a ball and she starts crying.
I just get down on the floor next to you and try to like put my hand on your back.
I'm going to just turn the camera on Eleanor for a second as she's come up as well. Hasn't had a chance to get her what the fuck in yet. Oh, thought I'd lost her for a second there. Do we have you? Uh-oh. Are you muted?
I assume everyone's heads have turned to just stare at them.
There
Hello.
you go. Yeah, there you go.
Hi. Sorry, my computer's being weird.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, we just lost her again.
Maybe come back.
Oh, now she's back. Maybe.
Hello. Hi.
Yes. Are you there?
I am.
Okay.
So sorry.
That's all right. It happens. Usually happens to me. Did you, what does Eleanor do when she comes to and all this commotion starts to happen?
When she wakes up and her hand immediately like just moves to over her stomach, just thinking about what my grandmother said, the ritual that I experienced, just trying to process all of this information and really thinking long and hard about what everything means and what I have to do to escape this fate, because I don't want this. I don't want this at all. Definitely just taking in Roy coming in and Elliot and Sabella. I moved away from Brian for sure.
And there she goes.
Oh no!
Poor Eleanor.
Is this where we play the Benny Hill
And here's
theme song?
the yeah. Oh, I have it somewhere. Where is it?
I don't know how it goes after that.
That's all right. Here, hang on. Since
Chris is like, we've got a button for this.
Since we have a moment. Let's see, where is it?
Oh God, what just happened?
There it is.
What just happened on the
We
frame?
have a lot of gremlins going on, everybody. How is your Friday?
It won't play it like that. Okay. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Now we lost it for good. Now I look at my screen.
Yeah, what happened to the frames there?
Yeah,
Oh no.
Because she dropped the call. That's all right. Hang on a second. Let me get some stuff out of my way here.
But I wanted to know what she was gonna say about
I
Brian.
know. So let's while I'm framing everybody up. Basically, the floor is open. You guys know how to handle a stage and not walk all over each other. So I just wanted to get her input before I completely opened it up so that she was part of the conversation. I will start to fix this. You guys can continue your reaction.
I'm just staring right at the drama between Sabella and Elliot. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
So yeah, the Quick Mart exploded.
I just turn and put my forehead back on the door.
I'm still just trying to talk to Sabella. Like, I try to put a hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, what's going on? What the hell?
She does the thing where she goes, "Don't touch me."
Oh my
I don't say that, but don't touch me.
What just Elliot just like, I get up and I just start looking around at everybody, and I'm just like, what? Can someone please explain to me what just happened exactly? I saw everything, but I'm not quite sure I understand what the actual shit happened.
Quick Mark exploded, apparently.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can we get back to that? Like, why aren't you there? Because, like, you kind of, like, it's an explosion. People might be dying.
Yep, that was what I said.
Daisy?
The fella that magically appeared in the back of my fucking car said that if I continued to go towards the explosion, that I was going to die. So I turned around and came back here because he said that if I came back here, he would keep me alive for another 48 years. Okay, that's a very specific number, but I'm in for it, I guess.
Wait, so you saw the thing that was in your back, in the back of your car? Is that a thing that happened?
What? Yeah, there's some creepy bastard that just appeared back there.
Okay, thank you. And Elle just like throws her hands up in the air. I'm not crazy. Thank you. So fuck you, Daisy. And she just.
Wait, you saw? Okay, so it's not just me. So I'm not crazy either. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that.
No, there is shit going on, and somebody needs to tell me, because everybody was seizing and screaming, and I don't understand, and there's something clawing at people's backs, and it's weird, and it's ghosty and skeletally, and I don't get it. And Daisy, why aren't you saying anything or doing something?
Really ain't no point.
No,
That's very nihilistic of you, Daisy.
What a statement.
No fucking point.
Well, give us another hour or two. We'll be somewhere else. Might not even remember this.
It's about to storm out there. I don't think leaving's a good idea.
That seems rather insightful. What do you mean about that?
There ain't no point.
Means something is fucking coming, and we can't control it.
So what do we do? What, just sit here with our thumbs up our asses? What do we do?
Well, what the fuck are we? The Avengers? No.
All I know is I'm supposed to keep Daisy alive for the next 48 hours, so that's what I intend to do.
Keep myself alive, thank you.
I'm sure you can.
All right. I don't even know why you're here.
Scarlet Witch is pretty hot. I mean, just saying.
I had a vision, y'all. And she said that death was coming.
Well, that's going to make my job a little more difficult then.
I think I have to do something, but I don't know what I have to do.
Was this a vision or a dream? What do you mean when you say death is coming? Like, that doesn't...
I mean, she opened her mouth, she spoke to me, and she said death was coming.
Who is she?
My grandma.
Like you
saw Lucy?
You're
And
dead?
this grabs my attention, and I look away from the door and over to Sabella.
Yeah.
Your dead grandma.
And she's like wiping her smeared mascara from her eyes. She's done crying. Yes, I saw Lucy I saw my grandma, and she told me, she said, something is coming. She asked me if I felt it, and I said I did. And I asked her if people were going to get hurt. And she said it's going to be a whole lot worse. And that death is coming. And it's just the beginning.
That death was just the beginning?
Death is only the beginning. Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard it. It's
Eleanor,
cryptic
you're
as
being-
fuck, but
Eleanor, you're being strangely quiet about all this. Do you have something to share with the group?
I also had a vision with my grandmother. She asked me if it had started, and I told her that I think it did. It has. She told me I'm going to be the next matron of the family, and in order to be the next matron, I need to be a mother. And that is already happening.
Wait, so you got a baby up inside of you?
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know.
Is that why y'all were naked?
I'm sorry,
No.
what?
Ooh,
No.
that's
Wait,
a good
who
point.
was naked?
These two were running around in the forest naked together.
Yeah, Dr. Brown, let's talk about that for a second. What?
That seems really inappropriate, sir.
I've already talked about this. I woke up in the cave naked. I don't know what happened. And I'm going to polish off the rest of the whiskey that I have in my hand and just kind of have a panic attack.
Do those of you who have recently had your associations with the not nice form of, Sabella and Elliot, do you know who Ruth Hauser is? I assume you would, being that she would have lived in the area, being it's a small area. And have you, did you, there's an association there. If you know who Ruth Hauser is, and you know that Eleanor is a Hauser, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure that you get those two links together, that or what your feelings are in regards to that.
Well, Eleanor was always pretty chill, but yeah, Ruth's kind of not so great.
No,
right, but everything's
pretty
changed.
bitch.
Now you know that she's going to be the next Ruth, basically. So, are you the type to you used to be hold out judgment until the end, or have you already decided that whoever that bitch is going to be bad?
No, Eleanor and I have drank together a couple times. She's pretty chill. We ain't got.
Yeah, but Ruth was a crazy bitch. And we can't be having that.
I grew up with Ruth and can probably concur she's a crazy bitch.
Well, then I'm just going to give that.
I keep my
say
head
that
out of the
there.
Hauser
You
family
guys,
business. They're like the rich folk of the area,
you can
being
continue
the
your
ranchers.
conversation. Just want to make sure that you keep that in mind.
Weird family stuff goes on over there. I keep my head out of it.
Yeah, we all kind of keep our head out of it because it's
You have
crazy shit.
no idea.
I heard of a thing that y'all are semen stealers.
What?
Semen stealers?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I don't know. It was just a rumor.
Yeah, Dr. Brown, you were out there naked, and now we're saying semen stealers. So, and then we got this whole maybe she's got a baby inside of her. So
So wait, did everybody get to talk to their grandmama?
Okay,
No.
while you guys are doing this,
Yeah,
I'm
yours is
going
probably in the
around
Quickie Mart.
and checking all my windows. I'm making sure everything's fucking boarded up. I don't like the storm. You guys continue prattling on about your business. I'm getting that place secure. Continue.
First off,
Just
I
so you know
never
where
knew
Daisy's
my
at.
grandmother's, so no.
no, I
didn't
got
see my
creepy
grandmother.
whispers in the ear that told me that reality isn't real. But
I saw two people seize. That's about it. Other than waking up naked and being fingered in a wound.
Why do you have to put it like that?
Every
Because
time.
that's literally what happened. Someone stuck a finger inside of a knife wound on my person.
So where's the knife wound at, Brian?
He looks for the knife wound. Is it still there?
No.
It was right here. It's not there. Eleanor, you got stabbed too.
Did I get stabbed?
You did.
I did. Okay, yeah. Do I still have the?
No.
What the hell?
How many knuckles did he get inside of you?
Sib.
It was a 2-knuckler.
I believe it was probably a 3.
There's no such thing as 3-knuckler.
There are 3 knuckles.
There are 2
on
knuckles.
your finger.
1, 2. 2 knuckles on a finger.
Well, what's this up here? That's like
It's not a knuckle. It's
We
a
can
joint.
disagree.
Okay, so what I'm getting at is that is a piss poor excuse for saying you two were fucking in the woods. Like
We were not fucking in the woods, Elliot.
It was definitely against our will if it was. What happened?
So what? You both got roofied, had sex with each other, and then showed up here without remembering to put on your clothes?
I don't fucking know.
We literally don't know what happened.
I woke up
at the cave, surrounded by people, and then they were just suddenly gone, and we were walking in the woods.
Oh, so it was an orgy in the woods, is what you're telling us.
It was not an orgy in the woods. I woke
It
up.
was like a ritual.
Okay. So something's happening. You may or may not have a baby inside of you, and it may or may not be Brian's.
Oh, God.
But
No.
what we know is shit is about to happen, and it's going to be bad.
Shit's gonna hit the fan.
I really feel like I should be arresting somebody for all this.
Maybe arrest yourself, mister.
Maybe arrest my family.
Daisy, you said you were checking windows and such. Is that what you said you were doing?
Yeah, I leave all of this, and I make sure like my why can't I think of my bars are on my windows, that the shades are pulled to kind of block out the storm, that I've got like 3 doors, a front door, a side door, and a back door. Make sure all the locks are set. And
right, there's no it hasn't started raining if you look out the windows, but when you look out the windows you will see members of your platoon, more your squad, walking around your house.
every window I check, I look outside, and I see someone new.
Yeah, it's a different one.
And everything happening in the living room just becomes distant noise. I don't hear any of it. And if anyone looks at Daisy and anyone pays attention at all, like, it's just robotic going through, checking things. She checks her stock. Do I have canned goods? Am I set? Am I ready? Every window she peers through, she stops for a minute, and she isn't there. Her brain is obviously somewhere else. I'll eventually make my way upstairs and do that too. Look through the window, peer over the faces,
When you
swallow.
get upstairs and look through and you see them, they're just walking almost zombie-like, not really even looking at the house. They just kind of got their heads down, looking at their path as they just make this motion, walking in a circle around your house. However, when you get up to that, whichever dramatic window you have in your house upstairs, and look out that one, you can't really make out who they are because it's just beyond the circle that the soldiers are making. It's kind of gotten a little foggy out there, and you see a pair of twins probably they're like they're wearing dresses or something. So you would imagine that they're a female, maybe a skirt or something. It's hard to tell. Not adults. Do you need to keep it together?
I think so. I think so.
Make me roll. What comes to mind when you see those twins out there?
Do I recognize them? These twins?
Well, you can't really see any facial features, but they are the right size, shape. You can kind of get a sense that they are skin tone, hair color, but you can't get a clear visual. But I mean, you're like 95% sure.
Well, they stand out for sure. I see all these faces, these ghosts that have followed me for years and years, and so while it's definitely unnerving seeing them again, because sometimes I'll go days, weeks even, without seeing them. Sometimes they'll all be at once in a grocery store. Everyone who turns to me has the face of someone I've lost, and so all of that, while I don't like it, I face it head on, and I look at them. I make eye contact with them before I close my window curtain.
Oh.
But that's different. That's...
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Them.
And
if you focus and look, you'll see them. And it looks like them. It doesn't look like a vision of them. It doesn't look like how you'd seen them before, because they're looking at you too, and they are smiling as if, we got you now, bitch.
I'm in my bedroom, and there's large windows. Ooh, almost spilled my wine. Large windows that you could almost step through. They're so big. They've got a dome at the top and several different kinds of panes. And that's what I'm looking at. And it sends a weird chill down my spine that I haven't felt since I was lost in a cave long ago. And I quickly shut the curtain. And that's my last window. Save the dramatic one for last. And I'm not coming downstairs right away, but I'll make my way down at some point.
As the heated discussion over pregnancy starts to die down, what's the next topic that gets brought up in the crowd downstairs?
I would like to talk about the ghosty people clinging to people's backs.
And how do you breach that subject?
I mean, we kind of have devolved into, Roy being a terrible police officer for not staying at a literal explosion. And then I've tried to talk to Sapella, touch her. She's probably still giving me the cold shoulder if I had my guess. Probably still pissed at me. And I just am gonna kneel down next to her and I don't touch her because she's obviously pissed about something that I probably didn't do. And I'm just like, there's something attached to your back.
What the fuck does that mean? Metaphorically?
God, you're so fucking difficult when you're pissed. No, there's literally a skeleton person, lady, matron, something with big long fingers, and it's attached to your back.
I look at Sabella. Do I see anything?
Make a roll plus soul.
Do I see anything?
If you're looking, make a roll.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
I'm
just think for a
trying to be
second.
really quiet about this, and I'm like, there's something on you, and everybody's like,
I got
what?
a 13.
Oh god, I'm gonna
I got an
seem
8.
crazy.
I got a 13. I see it, I think.
I see it.
Roy, do you see it?
Nope.
With a
I did
straight
not,
up
in
9.
fact, get better than a 9.
Yike.
No. Sabella, you don't see it, You kind of feel a little bit of that weight, but you see Elliot has one.
Oh.
And who was the other success? That was Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it. But the weird thing is you hear your mother's voice outside the door. Brian, are you in there?
What the fuck?
Why don't
Is
you
that-
give me a keep it together too, if you think that's appropriate?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna roll for violence.
Just punch it.
16 success.
Well, he's fine.
Yeah. So it's just whatever reaction you want to have. But yeah, you're trying to see this, and you can sense. This is me telling you all that you can kind of feel this ability to focus and actually see through the illusion. I'm narratively justifying your moves, and but yeah, the result you get is not to see Elliot or Sabella's issue.
I don't see anything on you, but I'm hearing. I think I hear my insane mother outside. I know that sounds crazy. Does anyone else hear that?
No, but I see the thing on Elle's back.
Yeah, that's the thing that whispered in my ear, I'm pretty sure. So that's
yeah, and Sabella, you hear a little whisper in your ear. His mother's been missing for 2 years.
I don't like that.
He's crazy.
What? I really don't like that. That felt like surround sound in my eardrums.
What do you do? Somebody do something. You've all seen or not seen.
All right, so all of you fuckers are completely off your rockers.
Mom's calls outside the door keep getting, they're going to grow more and more desperate sounding, as if she is literally outside the front door. Just, I'm not going to keep reminding you, but that's what happens as you guys are having your conversation, as Brian tries to tune it out, I assume.
Roy, I just want to remind you that you're the one that's seeing shit in your back seat.
Hey, Elliot saw it too.
That is fair. I did see something.
Okay.
Remember, I started screaming, and then we.
No, I know.
But
That just proves. Shut the fuck up. That just proves that we're not crazy. This shit is happening for real, right? And so now the only way we're gonna have to. I have books on this.
Oh, you want to go to the shop that's right next to the Quick Mart that fucking exploded? That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Well, what else are we supposed to do, honestly? I mean, right now we're just sitting here having these really pointless conversations. We could be doing something. We could be figuring out if Eleanor's pregnant. Daisy! And Elle starts yelling upstairs. Do you have a pregnancy test laying around?
Does no one else hear the voices out front?
Oh my God.
What?
What the fuck are you talking about, Brian?
When's
They
the last
keep
time you
getting
saw your
louder.
mom?
What'd you say, Sabella?
I asked him when was the last time he saw his mom.
And I just kind of like stand straight, trying to recall the last time I saw Ruby.
You saw her at the Wendell's thing.
I didn't see her at home at any point after. No.
Roll +0. Just make a straight roll for me.
Okay. $11.
Now that you think about it, no, you haven't seen her at home. In fact, you remember not seeing her at home before you saw her on the street that day. And now that you think about it, seeing her on the street that day, that memory seems sort of ungenuine to you.
I don't know. I don't know when the last time I saw my mother was. I don't know. And I'm just gonna like slink back and just like stare.
Something is happening to all of us. This storm is bringing it. So
So
we
what do we
got.
Or
We
what
can't be pointing fingers at each other. We can't call each other crazy. We just gotta accept that this shit is out there and it's real and it's scary.
It's coming for all of us.
Listen,
That's
I think
the
it's
plan.
coming for all of you. The only reason I'm here is to protect Daisy.
you were the
I'm
one
a
that
very
No,
supposed-
strange
if
man
someone
in your
just
backseat.
appears in your back seat, you're also
No.
going crazy.
No. Yeah.
Well, that's the
And
fucking
it
point.
tells you to protect Daisy with no reason, no explanation.
And tells
Exactly.
you that
Like
You're
Daisy
going
needs
crazy.
protection. Really.
or
Real.
are you like a serial bomber and plant things in a quick mart and then tell people that the crazy man told you that it was going to happen? Roy?
Well, I guess you got a point there. That does sound a little off kilter.
Exactly.
Yeah. No shit.
So we're all in this right here, right now, in this moment, together.
Wait, where the fuck is Daisy?
She
went upstairs.
Thank you, Chaotic Story, for the 1,000 biddies.
Slash shark.
Left shark.
Yeah.
Nice.
What a treat that is.
Be free, left shark. Be free.
Did you came down, Daisy?
Sort of. I'm sitting at the top of the stairs and I've got my rifle on my lap and I'm just kind of gripping it and looking at the front door.
Sibs, maybe you should go check on her. Make sure she's okay.
Nobody move. Just stay. And she'll get up and she'll go find where Daisy is.
I am hella lethargic in a chair, just still staring off into space.
Oh, I'm now like pouting on the couch.
Roy, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go over to a window and pull the curtain aside, look out, see if it's still dark and spooky outside.
Because that pulling open the window worked out so well for you the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jesus.
Great.
Only good things.
Have you made you did make a soul roll earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, the see through the illusion to see if I saw.
Why don't you go ahead and make me an observe a situation if you want to ask something as you look out the window, because you see something.
Diddy's a 14.
Outside, you can see kind of off in the distance what looks to be a couple of soldiers. They look like they're patrolling. And a truck has pulled up into the drive sort of at a distance out there, kind of, you can't pull all the way up to Daisy's house. It's kind of out a little bit, as a little bit of a, distance somebody has to get from their car to her place. At least shooting distance, I would imagine. And there's a truck there that has pulled up, and it looks to be maybe some, I don't know, maybe some guys from the Sundowner or something, just some rednecks. A sheriff's car is pulling up. Well, wait a minute. As it gets closer, it's not a sheriff's car. It's the sheriff's car. Sheriff Woodhall has arrived. And you see sort of this black flyby closer to the house, sort of in between you and these things. What do you do?
Well, that doesn't shape up to be good. Looks like my boss is here. There's a bunch of creepy soldiers patrolling the premises. And, yeah. I'm glad Daisy has all these locks on the doors, I'm thinking.
Why is your boss here?
I don't know. I would think he'd be at the fucking Quickie Mart since it goddamn exploded.
You hear a horn outside, Roy, just as you're about to turn away from the window. And if you look back out, which I assume you would, it almost seems instinctive, you will see that Will Hutchinson has also arrived. And it seems to be blasting the horn. They're all just kind of standing out there.
Oh, hell, I think I know what this is.
Now what
Hey,
do you
Daisy.
do? Okay.
Daisy, you there? We got trouble.
What kind? I just say, oh, I'm from the top of the stairs.
Hutch has been trying to get a posse together to string you up in the woods. I think they finally showed up.
You sure it's Hutch?
It sure looks like his fat ass.
All right.
You got any other guns?
Does she have any other guns?
Of course I do.
I think we might need them.
You gonna turn on Hutch?
I'd really rather not.
Then
But
why
I
are you
think
doing
he's
it?
made up his mind. I told you, I have to protect you for the next 48 hours.
I told you I don't need protecting.
I just want to know why. Why is this mysterious person telling you, of all people, to protect Daisy?
Probably because it's going to be goddamned impossible and I'm going to die anyway.
I'm sorry,
For
are we
what?
about to have a redneck shootout?
Certainly
You'll
seems that
still
way.
get us?
Oh my god.
Listen, none of y'all should have gotten involved in this. This is my, this is something I gotta sort through.
It seems pretty clear to me that it's all of our problems, Daisy.
Oh yeah, 'cause y'all are here, but I'll go out. Y'all stay in here, do whatever,
No.
buckle down.
Don't you have
No.
more guns?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
how's a girl wants a gun?
The pregnant woman has spoken.
Ain't you a vegetarian?
Maybe
not-
pregnant.
Yeah, maybe pregnant. And no, I'm vegetarian.
I thought you were.
I'll take that shotgun if you still have it.
Oh my god! Only.
Why
in
are
fucking
y'all getting
Florida.
so up in arms over me? I'm an old croon. I'm the crazy bitch. I don't like any of y'all. Just mind your damn business and let me deal with mine.
No,
Daisy,
that's not happening.
you're a national treasure.
I don't know.
I don't
There's
even know
no
what the
point.
fuck
About
you're trying to
that,
say about that.
Why the fuck are you trying to stuff yourself up Daisy Hamilton's asshole?
Daisy has saved my life on multiple occasions. So if someone's threatening Daisy,
Elliot, do you have a cell phone?
Yeah. Do I still have it?
You
It
do.
is 2021, y'all.
And no. Even if you had said that you had lost it along the way, it is in your pocket, ringing at this point.
Oh fuck! Great.
Wow, I hope it's Tom.
No, don't put that curse on me.
Well, now it is.
I wish I had thought of that earlier.
Damn it.
I cuss and spit, and I'm trying to dig it out of my back pocket, and I'm probably still wearing skinny jeans, so it's a little bit of a task, but I get it out. And who's calling me?
It says Oliver.
The fuck? What the shit? And then I answer it anyways. Hello?
Mom, I don't have the time to explain right now. And yeah, the voice is like that, right? It's not a kid.
What the fuck?
It's like there's a whole bunch of things happening. It seems like it's happening at the same time. And I need you to get a gun, and you need to take care of Daisy, like right now.
Whoa, slow the roll. A, who, what, how, why, and B, I am not gonna just.
I don't have time to explain all this to you. You have literally seconds.
Okay, bullshit. I'm not shooting anybody. I don't care who the fuck you are. I'm not doing that.
Hey, is now the appropriate time to take a call? I suggest you shut that up.
We
got shit to do with.
I got
Who are
shit
you
going on
talking
down
to?
here.
Shooting someone? Who are you trying to shoot? Who the fuck is it?
Okay, for one, why? Why do I need to? Why? Just explain why. Just quickly.
Silence. There's nothing there. It's dead. You look at your thing, and it's just there's no call.
I just chuck it at the wall and scream, "Motherfucker!"
I'm sorry, did we all take mushrooms earlier that I just don't remember?
I can't.
Because I'm tripping balls.
I feel like I have
Oh
to
my
keep it
God.
together for that. I just talked to a future boy.
I'm terrible at remembering keep it togethers. Yes, roll
Oh
one.
shit! Hold on, I have to.
And you're broken, so
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
I was too busy thinking about Oliver.
It was a 13. I'm okay. Kinda.
Well, I mean, as okay as you can be, I guess. You do take stability loss. Do you have any stability to lose?
Yeah, because you gave me some back for macking out on the couch a little bit.
Oh, I want half of it back.
No. I worked
Okay.
hard to get her there.
Okay, well, I'm now unhinged again. So
Oh, shit.
I'm a little spooked out. Very spooked out. I'm a little upset, you could say. And now I'm just like staring at Daisy. And I can't, for the first time in my life, I can't form any words. I'm just staring at you.
Stare right back. Raise an eyebrow.
What?
The only eyebrow she has.
Yeah, the one eyebrow you can see.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm really raising both eyebrows, but you only see one.
Daisy, what? Why do people want you dead? Exactly. Including my future, current, grown-up son.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So that little important phone call I just got said Oliver on the caller ID, mind you. He's 4. He's 4, and he doesn't have a cell phone because what fucking 4-year-old needs a cell phone? And well, he told me, "Mom, I don't have," in his grown-up voice, in his very manly grown-up voice, said, "I don't have time to explain, but you need to find a gun and shoot Daisy because you have mere seconds before you must murder Daisy fucking Hamilton." So
Well, that doesn't
Daisy
matter.
isn't dying tonight.
I'm not saying that. I want to know why everybody wants her dead. Or not dead, in Roy's case, but he's kind of the the odd factor out here.
Yeah, I
I'm-
am the outlier in this
I'm
particular
with Roy.
situation.
You need to come outside.
Oh, shit. What now?
Yeah, don't go out there.
Daisy, where's that shotgun?
Lean against the fireplace.
I'll go and grab it.
Okay. Okay.
Sabella. And I look over at Sabella, who I assumed had come up to the stairs with me.
Yes, they sure did. I'm like a stare down.
I'm sorry.
For
Well, with what Elliot was asking earlier, it's a mess to explain, but I'm wanted dead because I got away from something. And I know I've been running from it for a while, and I didn't want to get you involved in this. But I went to the Blue Rose anyway. I thought for old time's sake, like, that's where Lucy grew up. That's where she spent her time reading books back there in the Blue Rose. And I don't know what came over me. I thought I would visit. I didn't expect to see her granddaughter there. I didn't expect to meet you again. But you look so much like her. You look more like your grandmother than you did your own mother, and I blame your father's genes for that, honestly. He was a bit of an ugly fucker, but what can you do? I'm sorry I pulled you into my mess, because I knew something like this would happen. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
Daisy, you don't gotta apologize. You know just as well as I do that I have shit too, and that I think it's all connected. I think whatever's after you was after me, was after my parents.
I think I did that, though. I think they knew.
No.
I think they knew, and then they found you.
Well, let's just give them hell. And
They are hell. That's
we're not gonna fucking take it, Daisy.
That's what y'all don't get, is I brought hell back with me. Hell is outside. Hell is those soldiers paroling around the grounds trying to find us, trying to find me. I brought hell with me. We are fighting hell itself, and I brought you into it, and I'm sorry.
Do you think that it's possible that the soldiers outside are protecting you? I feel like if there's enough soldiers outside, they'd bust the door down, right?
They're not real.
It's a mind game. It's all a mind game.
I don't know what's real.
Well, apparently nothing is real.
But if nothing's real, then how are we all sitting here? How am I sitting here? Well, how is Eleanor sitting here? How is Roy sitting here?
It's all a game. It's just a fucking big, twisted up mind fuck of a game, and we're the pawns.
For what, though?
What
For
game?
What game?
We're about to find out.
Okay, normally I'm the one.
Whatever game it is, we're losing. What fucking game?
Well, with that attitude, we are.
Roy, what do you think? Your boss is on the air horn outside calling for you. That kind of continues. How do you assess this situation? You get the impression that there's, well, I don't know. Did you said something out loud about it, right? So it could be obvious that there's some opposing things happening here. There's somebody inside, but there's also somebody outside because they want you out of the house for some reason. They're not just storming it, even though you're in here. I tell you this because you're a pragmatist.
I reach over to my shoulder because I've got, a radio. And I hit the button. Sheriff, what can I do for you?
Roy, you need to get on out of here now. There's some business in there we got to take care of, and you want to be on the right side of it.
Roy, don't go out there.
Seems like vigilante justice is somewhat against the law, Sheriff.
This isn't vigilante justice, and what is justice after all, Roy? You know that just as good as any of us. Now, there's some other things around too, and so, we got to get moving on and get this taken care of before it gets taken care of for us. So, if you want to live to see the end of this, you're probably going to have to come on out now and get behind me and Hutch here, and we'll get this dealt with.
Roy, if you open the door to that storm, I swear to fucking God.
Shut the fuck up, Daisy. I'm not gonna open the goddamn door. I get back on the radio. Now listen here. I know that none of us want Daisy in this fucking town anymore, but we can't just go stringing people up in the woods, all right?
No, it's not Daisy we're after. I mean, I'd like to get that taken care of today too, but that's in the house. That's going to take care of that. That's why you need to get out of the house, and we'll take care of the whole kit and caboodle.
Excuse me?
I'm very confused, sir.
I am not a caboodle.
Are you a kid?
Maybe.
Roy, I'd hate to lose a man like you, but if you're going to go down with the ship, you better make that clear, or you better just come on out now, because, well, it's the law.
So wait, then what the fuck are y'all here for if you're not here for Daisy?
Well, you got that Hauser girl in there, and you got that Stabella girl in there too, right? They're both in there with you?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
No, we already had somebody tell us that they're both in there. I'm just...
What do you want with the girls?
Oh, we don't want nothing with them. Personally, I would rather have nothing to do with any of this, Roy, but I like living. And I like living with the stuff that I have and in the world that I see every day, and I want to keep all that together. So, they gotta go, because they're gonna bring a ruin to all of that.
Roy, don't.
Do you like what you see, this darkness brewing up around you, son? I'm telling you, it's the law. Things have got to stay the way they are. Get on out here now and let's burn this shit to the ground and get on with our lives. I got my boys here, and I don't know what these things are walking around, but they ain't bothering nobody, so I suppose they have something to do with what's in the house.
He takes his hand away from the radio. I have absolutely no fucking clue what he is talking about. What the hell are we gonna do now?
So wait, hold on. Wait. What? I'm so lost. So they want Sabella and Eleanor? They don't want Daisy?
I feel like they do like a 3-for-1 if they burn the whole place to the ground.
Well, they're going to take a whole shit and shoot match if they do that. What do we do? Suggestions?
Well,
thoughts?
you, me, and Brian could get the fuck out of here and they could burn this place to the ground.
I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Fuck. Daisy, what do we do? Oh my god, you are the woman who has told me how to live my entire fucking life every time I've been around Sabella, and now you've got nothing for us?
That's right. I've got nothing for you.
Fuck.
Well, if they're gonna start shooting at us or charging in, I'd say it's time for battle positions.
Can't we just like sneak out the back door or something and like run into the woods and disappear?
I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
Patrolling the ground.
So far, this house seems to be a safe spot. You know, like they can't. I think they might be bluffing. I think they can't
go into the storm. No matter what you do, this house is the best place for us.
Yeah, we can't go out there. We're staying here.
Yeah, it's
stone. Half of it's stone, at least. If they burned it down, we'd be fine.
Well,
I don't believe that is a factual statement.
Well, we got a basement.
Was in
debatable, but
so what? We just live here forever? We never leave?
I think we stay here until whatever illusion we're experiencing passes.
Spilla goes to the kitchen and grabs salt.
They said something. They said that they wanted to keep things the way that they are, and that they needed Sabella and Eleanor to keep things the way that it is. They don't like the storm either. They said that we needed to give them the girls to keep the storm at bay. So maybe the storm has changed. Maybe the storm coming isn't bad for us. Maybe it's bad for them.
We'll leave them in the storm. Either they're a part of it or they're about to be.
Well, both doesn't sound great. Neither option is good.
I can't do this.
And Sabella's just fucking throwing salt on the ground around the baseboards.
Daisy, where you're sitting there leaning or whatever, as you seem to slip further and further into some sort of state of, I don't know, depression or disassociation that you're doing, you hear a voice beside you, sort of a comforting voice, or it used to bring you comfort. It may in this moment too, I'm not sure, but it is the voice, if I have the right one, let me just double check. Who was the soldier that gave you the scarf? Because now I've lost my place. Pike?
Yeah, Pike.
Yeah. He's kind of like just leaning there with you, like he'd been there the whole time. And he says, so it's a real fucked up situation, ain't it? Ubar, isn't that what they call it?
You would know. You saw it before the rest of us did. What do we do? Do I have to go out there? Do I have to... Is this it?
I don't know. It could be it. I know that you don't know what you are, because if you knew what you were, you just daisy them.
I mean, I've thought about it. Go out there, guns a-blazing.
See, now you're starting to think like you. Why you want to give up, leave all these people here just to die? Inside the house, outside the house. Sounds like you're not only surrounded, you're infiltrated.
It's the storm. You know what happens to people when they go out in the storm.
The storm ain't going away.
They get lost.
It's like I don't even hear Brian or anyone else. I'm just kind of muttering under my own breath. So I just go out there like... Everything was starting to feel real, you know? It was starting to feel real for once. I thought maybe my actions were starting to have consequences, but you're telling me no.
Well,
I could just...
You're in control of some of your fate. You just got to find it within you. I mean, I don't want to sound like some old rah, some colonel up there on the podium giving some speech. We all know you got to buckle in, find it deep within yourself and all that, but it's kind of literally just like that, Daisy. I mean, you really got to find it deep within yourself. Steely eyes and firm grip, all that good stuff. But it's not going to be easy. In fact, I'm going to make it harder for you.
You always did.
Roll endure injury -2.
Oh boy. Endure injury -2?
Yeah.
Wow. You really want to hurt me?
Mm-hmm.
12, bitch.
That's
Then
still better than a 9.
I will give you some sort of physical response, and you can daisy if you want, do whatever you want. But he's telling you this, and it is that voice of concern. And then when he says those last words, it's almost apologetic, like, I really hate to do this to you. And then that's when you notice the knife in his hand as he drives it into your side, about just above the kidney, probably. It's not as bad as he had aimed for, because you did miss the worst of it, luckily, with a 13. And then, of course, I'm going to give you the opportunity to do whatever you like to respond.
I've still got my pistol in my hand. I've got my rifle in my lap and my pistol in my hand because, I'm always packing. And I look at him in shock when I'm stabbed and almost on instinct raise my pistol over to him. And is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there. His image seems to be distorting a little bit.
I go, I shoot. I steal myself through this stab, which I think is one of my advantages.
Yeah.
I'm super duper tough. And you guys just see Daisy just shoot a pistol right there at the top of the stairs out of nowhere, completely unprompted. She just gasps and shoots.
When you do this, and I would assume that everybody who could see will spin their head around to look, they actually do see you shoot somebody, and you see it now too, as the image of Pike is not there, and it began distorting, like bubbling up and stuff. I was trying to think of exactly how it might look, but I figure the sort of vampire, like a American Werewolf in London skin bubbling and kind of situation, or the Harry Potter potion, right? A really gross transformation that started to happen, but that look, the eyes were there the whole time, and you could tell he was sorry that he did that. For some reason, there was still some connection to the real Pike. But when everybody looks, it is the body of a creature that falls to the floor that looks kind of humanoid, as if it looks man-sized, but it's like a man who's been skinned. It's just bare muscle and tendon that's sort of got this off color, like it's meat that's been sitting out a few days. Sort of wet-ish, glistening in spots. The teeth are jagged, yellow, sharp, but they look like broken, chipped human teeth, not like sharp monster teeth or anything like that. And I'll give you a few minutes if there's some responding role play that you would like to do in this moment, giving all of your situations, and then that will be the last scene.
Oh, I'm like on my feet because I'm unhinged, and I'm just like, nope, I'm fucking out, and I'm screaming and just like, I'm fucking done. I'm out, and I'm headed for the back door. I want out of this godforsaken place.
Brian flings himself against the wall, like, what in the fuck? Like, and is just staring at the body, like unable to comprehend what the hell just happened.
Roy?
He just yells, well, Jesus fucking Christ! And then he sees the body. What in the fucking shit is that?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Eleanor?
I also scream, what the fuck, and look at the body. And I go after Elliot because I want to stop her from leaving because it's not safe outside.
What about Sabella?
I was up there with her.
Yeah. So,
So
you wouldn't have really seen the conversation per se. You just would have been kind of there looking at Daisy, contemplating, and you could tell she was thinking until you see her pull the gun up, and then you know something's happening. I'm going to assume you probably take a step back because you don't see the body until the bullet is expended, and then you see the body appear in front of you and fall to the floor.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of shocked.
All right, Daisy, what are you going to do?
Seeing Pike fall over and become this monster just kind of cements it for me that I'm fucking right. I am so goddamn fucking right now. So the pistol I just unloaded while the like gunshot is still reverberating and just like vibrating, and you got that high pitch like in your head. I hand the pistol to Sabella, almost shoving it at her, and I reach down at the knife that's suddenly implanted in my side, and I yank it out, and it's just got blood on it, and it doesn't look good, but it's like I don't even feel it. And I stand up, and in like a roar, I look down at Roy and I say, you get her. And I point over at Elliot, like, do not let her the fuck outside. Get her to sit the fuck down and calm down for once. And it's like something triggered in me that just set off this rampage. And as I was sitting at the top of the stairs and debating and delegating with myself, the vision of Pike and the monster that laid before me, I'm done thinking. And I stomp down the stairs and I start undoing every latch and lock and chain, and I'm gonna go out there and confront this.
Beautiful. What a way to end it. I love that. That's a perfect way to end the scene. Excellent. Thank you, players, so much. And you did it well with the music too. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I'm still tweaking my levels since I've done this new music thing. So, and plus I've learned that people hear music differently on the other end than I do on my monitors. But I hope everybody out there enjoyed that. You guys were awesome. Thank you, players, so much for that amazing life to the story. Thanks, Homegast, for the game. Make sure you do all the follows, subs, join our Discord, right, Elliot? And if Izzy's in chat, I don't know if he's stopped by. I haven't been watching chat very much. I'll get better at that. Yeah, and here's my little shill speech for the night. I have learned that if you go to our YouTube, and I'm sure most of you are already subbed. If you haven't, do that. It's free. But if you like a video, that's like worth a 10 to YouTube, we'll say, just some arbitrary argumentative number. But if you like and comment, it's not 20, it's like 100. However, if you just comment, that's like a 10. If you just like, that's a 10. However, if you like and comment, the algorithm at YouTube apparently thinks that's wonderful. So just throwing that out there. I know that's extra work for everybody. But this will be up on YouTube tomorrow if I get it done in time. Roy, keep up on me with that, would you please? Make sure I get that taken care of. Thanks, audience, again, because my note says thank the audience again. And we will be back next Friday with just a few more Heartland left, because on February, I believe it's the 5th, is a Friday. That's when Manhattan starts. So I know that these guys are a little bit excited about jumping into those characters again for a little while. So yeah, new stuff coming. I'll be back tomorrow for some dramatic marble races and music. You don't want to miss that show. I'm telling you, it's, if nothing else, you get to race on some really cool marble tracks and laugh at me. So that's always a lot of good fun. So from all of us here at TTRP Theater to all of you out there, we want to say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good
want to
night.
Sweet dreams.
Love you.
And we love you.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Bye.
Go Chiefs.